Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. I do thank you for stopping by here today. And we are having a look at Planet Nomads. Well, actually, we're not having a look. I'm kind of continuing my Let's Play, except, well, you know, it's 9 months later. There's been a ton of patches, and, well, I brought us up to the point where I have an almost finished vehicle and a reasonably livable base, which is kind of where we were last time. Now, you may notice the background's a little fancier than normal. Now, if you don't have Planet Nomads and you are into the whole crafting survival type thing, really good time to get it. They're currently offering it for half price because, well, it's the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11, which is a rather important thing. Unless, of course, it was all faked. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to jump in here, and I'll show you what I have so far. Now, if you guys would like, I am willing to start from scratch, but I thought I'd get most of the early game drags out of the way and get us in a position where we can actually take advantage of some of the features in the game. Now, as I say, I do have a fairly complete base going on. There's our power generation. There's my food maker, there's our little greenhouse, I have lights, walls, ceilings, there's our 3D printer, there's our armory, I have a med bay, and I have a basically a spawn point, a bed, if you will. And this is all mainly because that is not something I built. This is something I'm actually taking apart. It's what's remaining of a structure that was here. Not only was that structure here, but there was also part of a bike. Now, the reason it's doing that is because I've got my scanner equipped right now. Oh, actually I don't. I've got my gun, but it's showing me I have something I can scan. Oh, is that what's in too? I thought... Oh, there's my scanner. Sorry about that. There we are. Now we're scanning. Okay. Now, as I said, this was here. It was part of a wreck, in fact, as was what appeared to be a crashed ship, as I did get a couple of thrusters. And taking it all apart with my handy multi-tool, simply by right-clicking like that. And the nice thing is you get all the parts. So all of my walls and ceilings and stuff were actually built out of the torn apart walls and ceilings and such in this place. And you'll notice in my compass up on the top, there is quite a number of other things that we can go and look for. And we will. Oh, we will indeed. So yeah, I will finish completely taking that structure apart. However, well, yeah, for the moment, let's just head in here. I'm just hoping this will actually pass enough time that it will, and it is indeed, it's daylight. Right on. Well, let's go out for a little waddle, shall we? They have done a really nice job with this game. It looks good. Just let me equip my thingaboinger here. It seems to play fairly smoothly, and once in a while you get a little bit of a stutter or a hiccup, and then again it is still early access, as so many of them are. So from simple things like gathering resources, which, yeah, I don't know, this rock doesn't look too generous, but we'll see what it's got. No, that's just going to give us that. So, from the flora here, we can usually get Oop, I don't want to stand right under it. I've died once in the game, and that was actually while I was taking that building apart. A huge chunk of it collapsed and fell on top of me. And surprisingly enough, yes, it did kill me. So, there you go. Biomass, one of your earlier fuels. And pretty much all the plants will break up. These particular critters here, let's go back to our scanner, although I think I've scanned them. Yeah, I have. Are docile unless you mess with their eggs, which is what that thing is. Now, the big males that hang around with them, they'll get upset at you if you get too close to them. Yeah, if I take those eggs, I'll make instant enemies of that whole herd. So we're not going to do that. There's nothing in them that is that incredibly desirable. But there are many different biomes in the game as well. Now, they start you in a pretty nice one, or at least they started me in a pretty nice one. There we go. This will show you where local resources are. Yeah. Critters, obviously, from those things. And it showed me over here that there were minerals, which happen to be these. As you can see, you get carbon and silicon from that. Now, early game, you can spend either a lot of time doing what I'm doing right now, or, like I said, you can simply do what I chose to do and go find yourself a wreck. And, oh, gather? That's to gather dirty water. And it gathers it 5 bottles at a time. Don't ask me where it gets the bottles. I don't know. Since we're here, we may as well gather some. I see most of these things, unfortunately. Well, let's see what this is. It's only 400 meters away. Now you have to be careful. Some of the plants aren't terribly friendly. Like I believe that yellow one there, that might not be my friend. Now this should have a good... Oh, that's another thing you really got to watch for. Those red dots flying around, those are actually insects. Yeah, this particular type of rock gives you iron, carbon, and silicon. But those red insects, they will sting you and they will follow you for quite a distance, and they will not stop harassing you. So, best avoid them at all costs. As far as I know, there's no actual defense other than what your armor will do for you. Oh, there's still some. Wow. Not very much. There we go. Well, 2 iron, 2 carbon, and a silicon. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near you guys. Get that, man. Alright, we're 300 meters away, so... It's just more of them cows. I've already scanned them. There's another one of those multi-rocks. You get a pretty good charge on that jetpack, but it's a little different to use than the one in Empyrean. It's almost like it has an initial jump and then kind of a level off, like a bit of a hover, and then you have to continue to give it to thrust and it'll climb. I don't know. It almost acts a little more realistically, you know, like it compensates a little bit for the fact that you're starting to drop back down when you give it Ooh. All right. Well, here's the thing, the POI. Weird. Ooh, what did we get? Extraterrestrial address book. 4 pure crystals. Titanium. Ooh, and cyanite. Interesting. Polycrystal chassis. Check printer for more information. Alright. So you can unlock things in a number of different ways. Finding items will unlock new things that you can craft. And here we are. This we can scan. And also crafting items will allow you to unlock other items to craft. Okay, initial scan. Material and structural analysis of the monument show remarkable similarity to alien technology discovered by the Congenia Consortium on Mars station Presidia. Also, energetic patterns suggest these monuments have recently been manipulated. Now, extraterrestrial power cell, very cool. That was something I hadn't realized either the first few times that I kind of looked at this game, was just how much is really going on in the way of story. Like, there's some kind of mysterious sort of stuff's going on here, you know? Rather mysterious indeed. Oh, the battery's depleted. Huh. There we go. Lots of minerals. Oh, good. That's what I was kind of... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. My pack's pretty much full, isn't it? So I'm really surprised it didn't let me scan this. Maybe what I'll do... I guess it won't. No, same with that. Alright, so you can't break down alien stuff. Okie dokie. I see. Alright, let's head back to our base. And I'll show you some of the goings-ons down there. This rock looks different, man. See what it business. Three carbon, eh? Carbon is useful. It's how you purify water, actually. But beyond that, that rock might have been pretty, but she ain't got much in her that we can have. The jet black one. I haven't tried these either. Again, some straight carbon. I could raise some water.
You are well rested.
Well
Good
rested.
hydration secured.
Oh, thank you. You're a little slow with the well rested. I rested before I started the episode there. Or just after. Or something. Oh well. Huh. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, that was almost too close to them. I noticed the green dots down here. This is a food source. It will give you fruit and seeds, usually. And these green ones don't bother you. Oh, darn. Okay, which did I drop? Herbs. I don't want to do that, thanks. What would I rather drop? Okay. Yeah, I'll grab those. I have literally hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of frames. I'm tearing apart the structure that was behind me. I can see my house from here. I think you actually have a longer hover than you have sprint. Alright. And here we are in our happy home. So, now the nice thing with cargo boxes is as you build them, they actually join with each other through those, and there's also a conveyor type tube system that will join them together. And then this is our actual printer here. But there we go. Let's get all this stuff transferred over. I'd actually rather have you there. Didn't know what to do with it because it's a new ore. Carbon we have. It still didn't stack you in the right place though. And silicon. Nice. Wow, is that really all the silicon I've got? Yep. You see what I mean about hundreds of plates? And there's hundreds of frames. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. No siree. In fact, I think I should build myself another box here right quick, eh? Okay, and yeah. Now this item over here is a little mini greenhouse. It allows you to grow either fruit, herbs, or seeds. So, depending on what you need the most of. Now, fruit is nice because it allows you to turn it into dried food, which is a good food source, right? Herbs will allow you to make medicine-y stuff. You can see here it gives you plus 20 to your health, but it takes 15 from your food and 5 from your water, right? This gives you plus 15 food, plus 5 water. But 20? No, that's not health, though. Not sure what that sunshine thing is. The only other thing we have is energy. Alright. Well, there you go. And you have your choice of which of them you'd like to produce. So, you go over there. Dirty water, nice. Pure water, that's for me to drink. Seeds can go over there. Excellent. we seem to have... Yeah, that's the only thing we don't have much of, so... Now this is a very slow machine, because it's growing it. So if you consider that, it's a very fast machine. But yeah, it's not something you're going to stand around and wait for it to finish crafting, because it takes, well, 3 minutes for an herb, for instance. So, yeah. Alright, this is the actual food machine, where it can turn things like fruit into things like food that you can eat. So you can see that gives us a plus 25. Meat would be a plus 35, and you can make handy little pastes and pills as well. These are kind of pricey to make. Much better to just go that way, I think. Excuse me. This is also where you purify your water. Now, there is a water purification plant you can build, but this is kind of a nice, easy way to take care of your own personal needs at any rate. So, yeah. This is the power unit, and it runs on biomass, which is as simple as it sounds. It's basically anything out there that's made of plant matter. Alright. Oh, excuse me again. Hang on a sec, guys. Alrighty, my apologies. Just alright, so yeah, this is our power source. And the thing to keep in mind, it only will give you one power outlet. You need to build these. That's a switch. And a switch will give you 4 power outlets, or maybe even 6. I think 4, right? And then you've got to remember to connect that to that. I'll show you what I mean here. If you press C, it brings this panel up. And if I go connect electricity, okay, it's now showing me where everything's connected to everything. Looks complicated, but it's really not. As I say, this is the main power, and it's the only one I've got running at the moment. Well, no, there is one on the ceiling, but we'll get to that, right? So we've got this one, right, and it's connected to this, right? And then this switch is connected to the greenhouse, or actually, no, I'm sorry. This switch is connected to 4 other switches on the floors, 1 in each corner. Alright. So that basically gives me 16 outlets for my one power generator. It's pretty much maxed, by the way. Right? And then from the switches, I run to the actual machines. Right? That's going to the light outside, that's going to the light inside, and this one is going to the automatic door. Okay. This guy here is powering these 2 units plus that. Right? And then this guy here is powering the armory, the light, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, just so you have to and then right-clicking will simply turn all of that goo off so things look normal again. Pretty cool, huh? Is it night again? Man, it's so dark so fast, eh? I'm just gonna grab myself. What do we got? A couple of these, a couple of these, because there we go. Now, I go to build. That brings up all the stuff you can build. Now, you can break it all down. There's interior pieces, there's energy, here's utility. There is actually a thermal regulator, eh? Interesting, I don't have one. There's our armory. Oh, here we are. Interesting. Basics, this is what I want. Okay. So now, if we choose 4, oh, that's going to be in the way, isn't it? Of course. I have to take the rest of that structure down here pretty quick. Yeah, pretty quick is barely going to cover it. So once you put a frame down, now I'm using plating to fill it in. So there we go. And as for this thing, see, that gave me 2 plating and 1 frame back, which is exactly what it would cost me to build one of these. So you can see how I was able to pretty quickly whip up a base. And there were some other things in here. There was a couple of power plants, there was 3 cockpit chairs, so there were also some more complex components that were achievable, plus 2 lockers. So finding wrecks early on, very important. Very important indeed. See, I just want to get all of this stuff out of here so I can get it out of my way. Alright, let's just take this one out. And these will fall. Nice thing is, though, even if stuff falls, you can still break it up. It's not like a lot of these crafting games where if you don't take it apart right, you can end up losing anything that falls off. Whoa. Yeah, see, that's how I got killed before. Except it was a big chunk that was sticking off the side of the building, and essentially I cut through it, and there was a big machine in the middle. One of the biogenerators. Sorry about that. Thought somebody was knocking on my door. It turns out they were knocking on my neighbor's door. Just really loudly. So yeah, the structure then proceeded to topple over, and it actually squished me between the structure and the wall. I was quite surprised it would do that, but now I know, you know. Live and learn is this. Well, okay. Die and learn. Alright. Thankfully, these aren't little tiny separate squares. They're entire foundation panels. And yeah, if I'd have wanted to, I could certainly have simply built onto this as opposing to my own structure. But yeah, we'll pull this part. See, even the weight, you notice that? When I took that big piece off. And there it settled back. So yeah, these, there is some physics going on with these structures, don't fool yourself. I'm just basically killing time until we get some daylight again. Ah. Ooh. I was sure it was about to fall over. No? Okay.
Nutrition level dropping.
Oh, am I hungry? Alrighty then.
You are in a well-fed state.
Yes, I am. Alright. There we go. Now we can just eat through these at our leisure. Yeah. Not quite where I would have liked to have seen it land. I don't want to overspray, as it were, and end up eating my own base. That's better. Ah. I'm hoping it'll fall apart enough that it can fall away from the base a little bit. Oh, well. Alright, the sun is back up. Good news. Good news indeed. Yeah, see, there's one that fell on the ground a while ago. Boom. Alright. Now. Okay, why are you... Well, that's not quite right. Oh, no wonder there's another block underneath there. No. Well, I don't like that it's done this now. At all. It's almost as a level higher. God, I can't speak. Yeah. Don't like that at all. It rains a lot on this planet. You'll be really happy once you have a roof over your head, believe me. Alright, so if it's not going to do it that way, Nope. Just insists on... Oh, you can. You just gotta get her to line up right. Oh, I see. It goes completely under the ground at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be the last layer there that I can actually do. I mean, I can dig it out if I want. You know, this will dig into the earth. It doesn't have any issues with that. There we go. But that's good like that. Now, let's go have a look at this thing. Now, it was all broken and such when I first found it. But I do believe that I've got everything in place now. So, let's take the jack away. Ew. Alright, well, what do we got here? I guess those are the batteries. It works. Okay. Only the two views, eh? Alright. Ah, it's got a switch box on the top. Okay, cool. Let's go for a little drive. Suppose I could have checked the battery levels. Quite the pop into the terrain there. There we go. Whoa. This is, oh yeah, quite a piece of ground. Okay, 935 yards, eh? So yeah, a much better way to get around. Well, faster anyway. Can be a bit obnoxious. And of course, the planet is not really the most... Oops, I don't know what I just ran over, but it didn't sound good. The most friendly for ground travel when you get right down to it. Ooh, don't know what I sprunked into there, but it stopped me. Alright. There we go. Get a little hung up in the rocks. This is definitely a little bit different biome than what we were in before. Oh, red bees. Okay. And one thing I want to do here. Hopefully we're far enough away to not disturb this fella. Yes. Get out the old scanneree. Very nervous animal. Finally, we got that one. Alright, now let's do their eggs. Don't run in front of it again. Oh, you bugger. There, we got it. Okay. Indigenous DNA seems synthesized. Better equipment is required. Yeah. And they bear a genetic resemblance to the animals on Earth. So they're possibly...
Unauthorized attempt to bypass suit protocols.
What?
Extreme temperature warning. Suit AI firmware unlocked.
What?
Firmware update started.
What?
Update completed successfully. Have a nice day.
Someone just hacked my suit.
You've been poisoned.
Oh, lovely. It's that thing. Giving me the poisons. Oh, there's red bugs. Run. Alright. Now, are these different? I think they might be. Okay, I've got that one. No, these must be the same as the ones I have over at the house. Oh, what's that thing? I do not have one of those. And look. Huh. Interesting. And I want the, this has got a fruit as well, I believe. Beautiful. Does this thing got lights? Oh crap, it doesn't. Alright, so we should head for home. As say, I don't know what the battery charge is. But I have a beacon, whoa, at the house that is marked A. Yeah, I know, grade A. We're 1.3 kilometers. We're just under a kilometer now. half a click. Well, it's certainly easier to get around in a vehicle now than it was the last time I played. Much easier. It seems to handle the terrain really well compared to what it used to. Well, not to say that if you drive like a monkey, you're not going to find a banana in your foot, but hey, that's a popular expression. And but for the most part, it's pretty doable. Although, yeah, I got to slap some lights on this thing before I head too far out. Now, boom. Okay. Ah, can't quite reach it from there. Where is that? Ah, here we are. See where the connections are. Alright. So it runs on what? That's a single battery back there, and it's at 87%. Okay. Now it looks like that switch is pretty much full. How about... Okay, I need the other axis. No, I don't. I need that one. And then flip it with the mouse wheel. Let's mount it right there. Do I have the bits I need? I do. Oh, wrong tool. Okay. Now, what I need to do is figure out where. Oh, there's a battery front and back, is there? Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, yeah, probably disconnect that one. So basically what I want to do is I want to be able to okay, first of all, let's shut it off. There we go. Now okay, there was a free spot. So that should now charge the batteries back up off of there.
My sensors show you are slightly thirsty.
Never mind. Unfortunate. 89%. Alright. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I will, at some point here, just finish tearing the rest of that little structure apart. Get this set up properly so whenever we roll on back, we can start charging our vehicle up again. I think what I may do actually is build myself a buggy from scratch. But so, hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. It helps out a great deal. And beyond that, well, I'm going to have myself a nap. So take care of each other, folks, and ciao. For now. Oh, I see. I'm in third person still. Check that out. Catch you next.